Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together, please. Om Jnanadiptimarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stavitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapcha Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavanishwari Prishavana Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paditanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1, Text 25. The history of the life of Ajamil. Please repeat. Sa Bada Hridayas Tasmin Abake Kala Basine Nirikshamanas Thallinam Mumude Jarato Brisham Sabhadharidayastasmin Abake Kala Basini Nirikshamanas Thallilam Mumude Jarato Brisham Sabhadharidayastasmin Abake Kalabasini Nirikshamanas Thallilam Mumude Jarato Brisham Sabhadharidayastasmin Abake Kalabasini Nirikshamanas Thallilam Mumudhe Jarato Brisham. Mataji's? Please repeat. Sa, he. Buddha Hridaya, being very attached. Tasmin, to that. Arbake, small child. Kalabhashini, who could not talk clearly, but talked in broken language. Nirikshamana, seeing, tat, his, leelam, pastimes, such as walking and talking to his father. Mumude, enjoyed. Jirata, the old man. Brisham, very much. Translation, Srila Prabhupada. Because of the child's broken language and awkward movements, old Ajamil was very much attached to him. He always took care of the child and enjoyed the child's activities. Please repeat. Because of the child's broken language and awkward movements, old Ajamil was very much attached to him. He always took care of the child and enjoyed the child's activities. Purport Srila Prabhupada. Here it is clearly mentioned that the child Narayan was so young that he could not even speak or walk properly. Since the old man was very attached to the child, he enjoyed the child's activities, and because the child's name was Narayan, the old man always chanted the holy name of Narayan. Although he was referring to the small child and not to the original Narayan, the name of Narayan is so powerful that even by chanting his son's name, he was becoming purified. Harinam, 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 Eva Kevalam. Srila Rupa Goswami has therefore declared that if one's mind is somehow or other attracted by the holy name of Krishna, tasmat kanapi upayena mana Krishne niveshanat, one is on the path of liberation. It is customary in Hindu society for parents to give their names like Krishna Das, Govinda Das, Narayan Das, and Vrindavan Das. Thus, they chant the names of Krishna, Govinda, Narayan, and Vrindavan and get the chance to be purified. Sabhadharadayasthasmin arpake kalabasini nirikshamanastallilam mumude jarato brisham. Because of the child's broken language and awkward movements, old Ajamil was very attached to him. He always took care of the child and enjoyed the child's activities. Mukum karochi vachalam phangam laite girim yadkri partamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Yes, so this is Maya's punishment. Ajamil is thinking, he's a very good father, attached to his son, charmed by the broken language, the awkward movements that are inherent to a child. But these cute movements this dependent nature. The materialist thinks, oh, this is so nice. Somebody depends on me. I am the cause of all causes. I am the supreme Lord for this person. Let me give that person shelter. Thus assumes the role of the supreme Lord. The basis of material life is, the basic premise is to imitate the Supreme Lord, to become the Supreme Lord. Also, the child is imitating the Leela of Gopal in the spiritual world. Here it is a perverted reflection. Ajamil is thinking, I am now the Supreme Lord to this child. And the child is thinking, I am the cute entrancer of my mother and father. I am so wonderful. And everybody, the materialists, they will read this verse and think, yes, that's the way I feel about my child also. I also love my children. I also think that they are the most charming things. I think the babbling tongue, the broken language is the sweetest sound in the world. The way the child runs to me for shelter is so charming. The child loves me. The child depends upon me. I am such a wonderful father. And I forget I'm going to hell. I'm remaining in the cycle of birth and death. And death is coming, and he will separate me from the child, and the child will be separated, and everyone will be crying an ocean of tears. And just like the Timeinator, you'll be born again, and then time will track you down again. You're in the cycle of birth and death, and this charm between the parents, which is so much full of jadaras, material mellow, is your greatest enemy. But you're thinking it's the fulfillment of your life. This attachment, this perverted reflection of the Leela of Goloka, which brings ecstasy, which gives complete fulfillment to the soul, that is keeping you in the hell of the material world. Therefore, in the previous canto, we saw that the description of the ocean, the forest of material enjoyment, the wife was compared to a tiger, and the children are compared to hyenas. And the living entity in the material world is thinking that I am surrounded by the greatest of friends. My mother, my father, my wife, my children, they will look after me in old age. They will feel gratitude. But in the third canto, Kapil Dev and Devahuti, when the old man is dying or old and useless, he sits on the sofa, smelling badly, unable to walk up the stairs. Old people live in bungalows, and their children are wishing that he could go so they can find in what section of the wall he's plastered the gold. This material world is an ocean of suffering, from the topmost planet to the lowest. It is all a useless affair. And unless one realizes that, one cannot properly take to bhakti. If we consider that there is some happiness in this material world, in society, friendship and love, then we will remain in this world. We will remain in these bags of stool, these material bodies, the city of the 9 gates. We will completely suffer from one birth to the next. And Maya will tell you that this is the wonderful situation. And this is the punishment of Maya, because the soul is not serving the Supreme Lord according to his constitutional nature. And this is the mercy of Maya, that eventually you will become materially exhausted. After one life or a billion lives, you'll start to think. This is in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. The suffering of the material world, that evokes a sense of renunciation. Why should I strive for the illusion? In the beginning of the Bhagavatam, just like a deer runs in the desert looking for water, but the water always remains further away. So the foolish living entity, he's trying to enjoy, independent of the Supreme Lord, but all he is finding is illusion and never satisfaction. So we would do well to examine our own life in this view, with this thought in mind. From the childhood to whatever you are now, you've always tried to enjoy. But have you ever found fulfillment? Have you ever found that perfect situation, that perfect relationship? Have you found bliss and happiness, stability and shelter? People promise, but have they fulfilled those promises? We have to consider this very carefully. If we think that we will enjoy, then we will enjoy in the material world. We will enjoy birth, death, old age and disease. We will enjoy adidhavic misery from the natural condition. We will enjoy adibhutic suffering from the mosquitoes and the tigers. We will suffer from our own mind and senses. That is what we will enjoy in this material world. So only when we realize that can we take to the chanting of Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. We should be in anxiety to chant. We should be thinking that I'm surrounded by tigers, jackals, crocodiles. I'm in an ocean of suffering. I'm in a forest of illusion. And the only solution in Kali Yuga is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kalo. Not by Gyan, not by karma, not by yoga, but by bhakti. So in this condition there is one form of Maya, and that is the suffering. Sometimes people ask, why, if we were in the material world, if Krishna is so kind, he's unlimitedly kind, then why doesn't he just let us live in the material world without suffering? Why doesn't he just facilitate our material life and give us nice material bodies that don't get arthritis, that don't get headaches, migraines, that don't get unlimited stomach troubles? Why doesn't he just make it nice in the material world? Because you are not made for that nice condition. That is like saying a child should remain a child. The child should remain a child. He should never grow to maturity. He should never develop his full potential. He should remain in a dream. He should never wake up. Jai Sri Sri Gaurnitai, Krishna Balaram, Radhasham Sundar, Lalit Vishaka, Shalagram Maharaj, Giri Govardhan, Gomata, Sri Guru Paramparara Ki. He should remain in this condition of illusion. He should remain in this lower condition. No. The Father, we're talking about the Father. Krishna is Aham Mata, Aham Pitamaha, it says in Gita. I am the Father, I am the Mother. The Father wants to see the children develop fully. Yes, you're very happy at night sleeping, but if you have a friend that keeps pumping you full of drugs so that you stay asleep in your little dream world, is that a friend? Is that a friend that keeps you in illusion, that keeps you in a lower state of consciousness? No, a friend is somebody that wakes you up. And how do we wake up from illusion? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now when you wake up, you're a bit groggy. But how do you wake up? As soon as you realize it was a dream. When you hear it, when you are dreaming, oh, the tiger is chasing me, I must climb a tree, I must make some adjustment. Then you think, I will survive, I'm up the tree, the tiger cannot catch me. No. You realize it's a dream and the tiger disappears. And then you wake up. So the first part of spiritual life, as we see here, is to wake up from the illusion of society, friendship and love in this material world and see it as tiger and hyena, and to see material opulence not as a blessing of the Lord, but a deviation from the austerity and dedication and tapasya necessary for spiritual realization. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. This is what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said when he was praising Mahaprabhu after he was kicked out, after his Mayavad understanding was kicked out. You have come to give Bhakti Yoga that is characterized by knowledge and renunciation. So we must remember this. We are the followers of Rupa Goswami. We are the followers of Sanatana Goswami. We are the followers of the Sad Goswami, Haridas Thakur, Krishnadas Babaji, Krishnadas Kaviraj. We are the followers of these personalities. If we try to combine material enjoyment with spiritual life, we are in a hopeless condition. We have to come to the position of complete renunciation. We have to realize that all this illusion, and this is the message of this section of Bhagavatam, that this material illusion, society, friendship and love, is useless. Not only useless, it will condemn us to material life. We have to come to the position of complete renunciation of all material affection. But we don't do that by material renunciation alone. In the 18th chapter, Arjuna asked Krishna, what is tyag? What is sannyas? This is very important. Well, how do we become tyagi? Krishna explains, tyagi means you're unattached to the fruit. You're no longer performing activities for some selfish gain. You're no longer thinking, ahankara vimudatma, I am the doer, I am the cause, therefore I deserve the effect. I want that result. We're not the doer. We're impelled by material nature. We're thinking we're the cause. A farmer thinks, he puts the seed in the ground, he thinks, I'm the cause of this plant. He put the seed in the ground. Did he create the earth? Did he create the rain? Did he create the air? Did he create the sun? Did he create the arrangement? But he's claiming, I put the seed in the ground, I'm the doer, I am the cause, therefore I deserve the karya, the effect. And I'll take that and I'll sell it in the market and enjoy society, friendship and love. So, Tyagi means to understand that I'm only a little factor in this whole thing. Yes, you have a tiny bit of Kriya Shakti, you have an independence, you have, by the grace of Krishna, an ability to desire. But the problem is, your desiring and your desiring is based on avidya, ignorance. You're not understanding the full picture. You're not understanding the position of the Supreme Lord. You're not understanding that He is the cause of all causes. He is the origin of the arrangement. He is the, therefore, yajna tat kamano nyatra lokoyam kama bandhana. Therefore, He deserves the fruit. He is the origin of even yourself. You are putting the seed in the ground, but what is the origin of yourself? What is your origin of your ability to choose where to put the seed? Trace it all back. Sarva karana karanam, Lord Brahma says. So who deserves the fruit? So don't be ignorant, thinking I'm working, therefore I deserve the fruit. That is tyag. And then, what is sannyas? It is not cloth according to Krishna. Sannyas means to act but no longer impelled by material desire, by calm. You're no longer acting because you want the fruit. So you can say in the modern lingo, you're not in illusion at the front end and the back end, at the beginning and the end. You're not impelled by desire to enjoy the fruit, and you're not claiming the fruit as your own. But this is negative. This is negative. This is negative. This is negative definition. But in the 12th chapter of the Gita, Krishna explains that devotee who always acts in relationship to me, under the direction of the spiritual master, for in seva bhav, in prem bhav, impelled by spiritual love, offering all the fruits to me, madhyaji, manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji. For him, I am the swift deliverer of birth, from birth and death. This is Bhagavad Gita. Manmana, thinking, feeling, willing, and then acting. Manmana, always think of Krishna. How? How shall we feel? In devotional mood. And then what shall we do? What shall we will? What shall we desire? How our intelligence, how our consciousness will operate. Madhyaji, to do everything for Krishna. Krishna is all-pervading. That is the secret explained in the 7th, 9th chapters of the Gita. I'm telling you now, Arjuna, the greatest secret. By me in my unmanifested form, this whole universe is pervaded. Everything is in me, but I am not in them. Everyone. So, Krishna is always present to accept our offering. So, Madhyaji means that the devotee does everything as an offering to Krishna. Krishna, you have given me existence. You have given me consciousness. You have given me an ability to taste rasa. You have given me personality. And this I offer to you. Mam namaskaru. Action. What is that? But I don't expect you to give me anything in return. I don't presume that because I'm offering everything to you, you must respond. I don't bear upon you. I don't ask you for something in return. I only do one thing. I offer you respects. That is Karma Mimamsa philosophy. Janmani, one of the 6 darshans. Oh, we will chant the mantras properly to Vishnu. We will offer on the right conjunction of the stars. And Vishnu must give us the fruit. This is bogus. Oh, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna must take me to Golok. I'm giving Bhagavatam class. Krishna must think I'm a great man. No. The devotee thinks, no, I don't want anything from you, Krishna. All my activities are for you. This is Mam Namaskaru. Oh, I'm not qualified for the spiritual Leela. I'm fallen. I'm worshipping in separation. I have no qualification to go to Golok. I offer the activity, my obeisances to your pastimes. This is the devotional mood that we must cultivate. And how will we begin? By waking up from illusion and seeing the mercy of Krishna in our suffering condition. Krishna is trying to wake us up. Krishna is trying to guide us. Here, in this chapter, we'll see two things exemplified in this chapter. The Shakti of the holy name and the mercy of the Supreme Lord. They are embodied in the holy name, both things. The Shakti and the mercy. By the mercy of Krishna, he has appeared in the holy name. The holy name, what is that? That is Krishna's flute. The flute song of Krishna, which attracts all the living entities to dance with Krishna in the moonlight on the bank of the Jamuna. The Jamuna stops flowing just to hear carefully the flute song of Krishna. Rupa Goswami has said, if you want to enjoy society, friendship and love, then don't go to the bank of the Jamuna where Shyam Sundar is standing in Tribhanga form and playing a wonderful melody on his flute that attracts the heart, the consciousness of all living entities. Don't go there. If you want to enjoy this horrible material creation, don't go there. So, this is the understanding we must have, that Krishna has given us everything, and we should give everything back to Krishna at every moment. In the old hippie days, they used to say, be here now, right? That was the old thing, right? What a foolish idea. You're already being, you're already here, you're already now. The question isn't to be or not to be, you're already being. You're already existing. You're already here. You're already now. The question is, you're here now, so what are you going to do? That is the question. So we have independence. So we should go to the bank of the Jamuna and we should hear the flute song of Krishna. We should take the Bhagavatam and hold it within our heart. We should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we should understand this section. Even though Ajamil, earlier, I'm sure you've heard from earlier classes, Ajamil had become a real reprobate. He'd become a thug, a thief. But he was chanting the name of Narayan. So eventually, when he was due to be punished by the Yamadutas, the Vishnu Dutas came. So Acharyas have got different opinions on this. Some say that Narayan, when he chanted the name of Ajamil, when he chanted the name of Narayan, he remembered Narayan, and then the Vishnu Dutas came. But then some Acharyas said, no, just by chanting the name of Narayan in anxiety, the mercy of Narayan was there. So I think we can combine the two. Krishna's mercy is unlimited. His beauty is unlimited. His musical ability is unlimited. The sound and mercy of His holy name embodied in the Maha Mantra is unlimited. We cannot put limits on Krishna. We may analyze, we may contemplate, but Krishna is free. Krishna can do what He likes. So Krishna, He came in the mind of Ajamil. Why? Because in earlier life, Ajamil had served him. And Ajamil had forgotten Krishna, but Krishna had not forgotten him. That is the real Father. The real Father is the person who loves his Son unlimitedly and eternally. Aham Mata Aham Pitamaha. So Krishna, Narayan, he came in the heart of, you'll see this in Prabhupada's conclusions, he came in the heart of Narayan. And so, this is the secret of bhakti. Just like the child relies on the parents for the perfection of his material life, so the bhakta completely depends upon Krishna without any demand. The devotee is just concerned with doing everything, majjaji, for Krishna. This is the end point of bhakti. He's not making any demand on the Supreme Lord. And then the Supreme Lord becomes captured by this attitude. This capture of Ajamil by the funny movements of his son, the broken language of his son, this is the perverted reflection of bhakti. It is material devotion. So we should do well to understand the difference. We should understand the Supreme Lord is unmotivated in His love for the devotees. And the devotee, we should cultivate unmotivated love for the Supreme Lord. That is what Mahaprabhu has taught. That is the teachings of Gaunitai. In the Hare Krishna mantra, the worship of Lord Nityananda, the mercy of Adiguru, Baladev, that is there. So actually, though the holy name and Krishna are non-different, there is no comparison, because the holy name is more merciful than Krishna. Krishna is Ishvara Parama, but Baladev is Avadut. He's embodied his mercy in the holy name as Lord Nityananda. And how do you reach that perfection? Lobdha. So if you want to know what to do now, you're already being here now, you should use your desire. Everything is dependent upon desire. Just like if you bring a mystery in your house, oh, please fix the electrical wiring. Now if the mystery is thinking how I can cheat this fellow, how I can expand the work, how I can do shoddy work, I don't really care about him, then Krishna will give that intelligence. You'll be overcharged, you'll get shoddy work. But Krishna's in the heart of the person whose house is being fixed. So that person will think, this man's no good, get rid of him. So this is the material life. It's a society of cheaters and cheated. Dharma comes after. But if that worker comes in your house and he says, yes, I'll do a good job, my best ability, for a fair price. Dharma, artha, he'll be successful. You see, practically, if somebody is a cheater, he becomes poverty-stricken, thrown down, goes to hell. If somebody does his duty nicely, he becomes elevated, he becomes purified. It is all based, 15th chapter, Purushottam Mas just went. Everything is based on desire. We're floating on the ocean of desire. We're moving according to desire. So fundamentally, we are a desiring entity. This is the Mayavadi mistake. They think by negating the emotions, they will reach perfection. But that is not Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism means to perfect your desire. Kama esha, krodha esha. Everyone's bound in this illusion because of desire to enjoy these material jadaras, these insubstantial illusions. But if we desire, what? What should we desire? Gopi bhata kamalayo dasa das anadas. And how will we cultivate that? Sadhu sanga, sava shastra hoy, lavamata sadhu sanga, sava siddhi hoy. Mahat sevam ahor vimuktes. We should search out the pure devotees and anxiously serve them, associate with them, not by sitting next to them, but by trying to hear from them, to take guidance. Just by getting the glance of a pure devotee, you can become purified. This is our anxiety as sadhakas. How I can develop my bhakti? Lobha. Lord Nityananda has opened the marketplace of the holy name. And how do you buy the holy name? Is it with money? By dressing beautifully? No. By lobha, by desire. So, if we understand what we are and what we can do, then the path is very clear. We should be proactive in our bhakti. We should control our desire. We should say, this is my chance. This is my chance to serve the Supreme Lord, to serve the Supreme Lord's devotees. This is my chance. I am in Vrindavan. We have wonderful acharya, a whole series of acharyas, all trying to tell us, don't enjoy this stool of the material world, but go to Vaikuntha and serve the Supreme Lord. And time is coming. Timeanator. Yes, he's following you and he will track you down. This is the next verse. Ajamil. He'd forgotten time. Kalasmi aham. So, the mercy of the Supreme Lord is embodied in two ways. The mercy of the holy name and the teachings of Lord Chaitanya coming through the 6 Goswamis, and the uncomfortable condition in this material world. But we have to supply the desire, and through Guru, Sadhu and Shastra we can awaken that desire from the dream state that we are in. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, any question? You have question? What is the question?
You're expressing the importance of taking this process up very seriously because it's urgent and it's necessary. Why do we keep giving into the mind and senses? And even though we know it's right that we should, be strict and follow this and that, but somehow that weakness of mind and senses keeps dragging us down.
Yes, that's a very good question, right? Did you hear that? We know it's important, like we're discussing. It's very clear. So practice makes perfect. If you want to become good at something, you only have to need 3 words. Practice, practice, practice. But what shall we practice? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam. That will purify us, because the same question was asked by Arjuna. I think it's 3rd chapter in the Gita. Okay, Krishna, you've explained everything. But why is it, even though you've explained everything, why am I still weak? Kama esha, krodha esha, rajaguda, samudbhava. Because we're infested by material lust. And Krishna goes on to explain, this is the sitting place, is in the senses. They're lusty for material enjoyment. Senses, mind. The mind is wanting to enjoy the subtle enjoyments. I love it when people say, oh, you're a wonderful person, but when somebody says you're a Rakshasa, I think, well, maybe you're right. But so the mind is sitting, and then the intelligence is polluted by calm. We have intelligence how to enjoy. So how to purify? This is under ahankara. The intelligence is ahankara is polluting intelligence, is polluting the mind, is polluting the body. So ahankara means false ego, aham mameti. I think I'm this body and everything in relationship to this body is mine. So the root is ahankara. So if you want to get rid of calm, which distracts you from spiritual practice by bodily demand, mental demand, intelligence demand, you have to meditate on Jivera Swarupoi Nityera Krishna Das. I am the eternal servant of Krishna. And then, instead of claiming everything as mine, we offer everything, Majjaji. And we don't expect Krishna. Oh, Krishna, I've cooked some nice prasadam. Please accept it. We don't expect, we don't think, oh, I've cooked nicely, therefore he must take. No, we approach Krishna with humility. Krishna, without you, I cannot do anything. Then Krishna will accept out of his mercy. So if we meditate on these two things, that I'm not this body, I'm not the proprietor, everything belongs to the Krishna, then there is some chance. But how to reinforce that? Practice, practice, practice. Therefore, Vaidhi Bhakti is essential. When we're covered by ahankara, these distracting demands, by anartha rather, then we must follow the morning program. We must chant at least 16 rounds. We must become absorbed in the Bhagavatam, the books of the Acharyas. We must become immersed in that in a regular way, a regular way. And then that will clean the mist from the mind. And then we will realize Jivera Swarupoi, I am the eternal servant of Krishna. So constant practice. The Sahajiya mistake is that immediately they think by imagination, material emotion, I'm dancing with Krishna and Krishna is pulling my cloth. No, you don't attain Krishna by imagination, that's illusion. You attain Krishna by waking up the soul. So Vaidhi Bhakti gives rag, attraction to Krishna. And what is the essential factor of Vaidhi Bhakti is hearing and chanting regularly. Therefore Prabhupada, letter to Karanda, he said that the GBC's main function was to go from temple to temple and see that everyone was hearing and chanting. We cannot undervalue these simple processes, Mangalarti, chanting rounds, coming to Bhagavatam, reading your own work, practical devotional service in a regular fashion. And then you'll wake up. You'll wake up to reality. Instead of imagining reality, you'll enter reality. Confirmed. So, is that okay? All right, everyone satisfied? Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada, Sri Vrindavan Dham, Sadhu Sangha, Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Okay.